Ah, look look, there's two airplanes. Do you see the two airplanes, Miranda? Miranda, pay attention. I love you. Number 2. Hurry up, Bert. The story's beginning. One morning, Penelope was safe and stuck inside of her cottage. Oh, why do I always have Penelope? All right. Now we're gonna go over the letter. We just did C. Now we're gonna do D. D for ducks and D for doggy. Are you ready, Miranda? Ooh, the diamond D and the dreadful dragon. See the dreadful dragon? Rah! See the dragon, Miranda? Dozens of years ago in a drafty castle, Duke David of Dundeedle did well. Duke David was dumpy but dignified. He had a darling daughter named Dora, who was a delight. You see the girl up here? That's Dora. And that's the castle. Miranda. Miranda, Daddy misses you and I'll see you soon. I'm sorry I'm gone, Miranda. Daddy loves you so much. I can't wait to see you. One day, Dora danced through the door in a dear little dress decorated with daffodils. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, Dora sang as she danced. Oh, hello, dear Dumpty Daddy, said Dora to Duke David of Dundeedle. Remember, Miranda, we're doing the letter D. Everything I say begins with the letter D. Dora, my darling, dimpled daughter, said Duke, you are indeed delightful. So I have a dandy present for you. See, she's getting the present. See the present? Do tell, said Dora. Do describe this to Daddy. It is so dazzling diamond D dangling from a chain, so hanging the D around Dora's dimpled neck. Duke David of Dundeedle departed through the door. Dora also departed, darting down into the daisy patch to dance amid the Duke's downy ducks. Although Dora and David Duke didn't know it, someone else is dwelling in the castle. This someone was Donald, the dreadful dragon of Dundeedle. Rah! See the dragon? Rah! Don't get scared, I'm just kidding. Donald the dragon dashed from his dungeon directly into David Duke's dandy daisy patch. Okay, I can't say all these letter D's. That's a lot. The letter D. A, B, C, D. Miranda. Miranda. So anyway, so David Duke of Dundeedle and his delightful dog Dora lived happily ever after with Donald the doggy, who used to be a dreaded dragon. That was the second book. Next, we're going to do the letter E and F. We're going to do that next. And the number 3. You're 3, Miranda. You're going to be 4 soon. Miranda, Daddy loves you so much. I miss you, Miranda. I love you, girl. Don't ever forget that. I love you with all my heart. I'll see you soon, okay, princess? Now we're going to do the letter E. What letter is that? Yes. And we're going to read book E and F from Sesame Street's library here for the letter E, Miranda. I love you. So, hello everybody, I'm your old pal Grover, and this is my elevator. Elevator begins with the letter E. Look. My elevator is empty. Empty is another word that begins with E. I wonder if there's anything else that I can trade that begins with the letter E. Oh no, what are those? Elephants. What floor is the toilet department? 11th floor, please. Peanut department, please. Ugh. Begins with the letter E too. Elephants going up, face the front. Front of the car, please. What letter is this? Miranda. That's the letter F. Right? If you listen closely to the next story, you'll see what it's filled with. It begins with the letter F. You see that? It's a fire truck. Once upon a time, there was a famous fireman named Fat Fireman Foster. Fat Fireman Foster was famous because he was a fabulous firefighter. Because all of his names began with the letter F. See, Fat Fireman? Both of those words begin with F. Fat. And see here? There's a fireman on the card. That's Farley. One day in February, Fat Fireman Foster was driving his fancy fire truck through a forest when all of a sudden he saw some smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire, said Fat Fireman Foster, and since it is a forest, there must be a forest fire. Never fear, said Fat Fireman Foster. Fat Fireman Foster is here. See Fat Fireman Foster putting out the forest fire? In a flash, Fat Fireman Foster fetched his fire hose and he pointed in the smoke and pointed at the smoke and turned it on. Flush! I have flooded the forest fire, said Fat Fireman Foster. But when the smoke's cleared, Fat Fireman Foster found that it had not been a forest fire at all. Oh no, said Fat Fireman Foster. I figured it was a forest fire, but it was a Frankfurter fire instead. Just a few friendly folks fixing Frankfurters. Oh, I'm sorry, folks, said Fat Fireman Foster. Can you ever forgive me? Sure, I'll forgive you, said the folks. We still have our Frankfurters, and we have our fins and flippers too. Fortunately, we know how to swim and eat at the same time. Come join us, said the fellows to Fat Fireman Foster. So Fat Fireman Foster joined in and had a fabulous time, feeding on Frankfurters and flipping the flippers he borrowed from his new-found friends. See Fat Fireman Fred flipping through the water with his flippers? All those words begin with the letter F. Hi, Miranda. I'll be home soon. Alright, what else we got here? Now we're going to do the letter. What letter is that, Miranda? G. G for ghost. Ooh, ghosts. They're scary. Are you ready? How you doing there? Hanging in there? Good. See the letter G. Can you see that? And now it's time for everybody's favorite game show. Name that G word. And here's our favorite G word himself, Guy Smiley. See Mr. Smiley Guy? Man, you gotta come over here and read these books at Grandma's house. Because we got all these same books right here. Thank you, folks. And here is the contestant for today, Goldilocks. See Goldilocks down here? Can you see her? Hi, Guy. Who's Guy? I wonder what that G word will be. What's a G? They're wondering, what's a G? Okay, now, Goldilocks, all you have to do is guess what a word is that begin with the letter G. I'll give you a hint. It's a word you say when you're leaving someone. Gorilla? No, it's a G word, but that's not what you use when you're leaving somebody. You see gorilla. You don't say gorilla when you're leaving someone. No, it's not gorilla, but hurry up. Your time is almost up. Well then, I just don't know what. I guess I won't win. It's hard. No hard feelings, Guy. I'll be going now. Goodbye. Wow. Yes, that's it. You're the grand prize winner. Goodbye begins with the letter G. Oh, thank you, Guy. I'll never forget this. I'll be going now, gorilla. Gorilla? Huh? Grrr. See the gorilla? Rah. He's gonna get ya. Look, goodbye, goodbye. They're all scared of the gorilla. Look, I'm in a dog sled, but it's cold. Oh, that's the numbers. The Pearls of Penelope. Help, Ernie. The giant is still chasing me. I guess I'll have to help Penelope. Blah, blah, blah. You don't want to hear that. So anyway, words that begin with the letter G. Gorilla, ghost, Google goggles. Remember the Google goggles? On the, what book was that, Miranda? Yike, lost my trike. No, not Google goggles were with... I don't remember. You think about that one. And then you get back to me on that, because I'm not sure. So anyway, we're done with letter G. How do we get to G? Oh, we got F. Why is there E here? Ah. Okay. What letter is this one, Miranda? What do you think? Look at it. Maybe the Harry people will give you a clue. Harry begins with the letter H. That's the letter H. So now I'll read to you from good old Sesame Street library books on H. How does that sound, Miranda? Huh? You hanging in there? I know you're getting bored. It's okay. Kick back. You know I love you, and I want to be here for you. Hop along, Herbert, out west. Hello, this is Herbert Birdsfoot, out in the Old West. So how can I show you something that begins with the letter H? Can you guess what it is? Right, a horse. Horsey begins with the letter H. See the horse? Hi-oh, Herbert, away! Help, help! Looks like the horse got a little wild and he took off. Hey, look at all those mittens. Each kitten has 2 mittens. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mittens. Oh, this is a wonderful story. Please go on. Now we're on the number 6. Letter H disappeared. So anyway, you know how to count to 10 and all that, right? I don't even need to go over that with you. What else we got here in the letter H? Well, we got Jack and the Beanstalk here. You want me to read Jack and the Beanstalk? It doesn't have a lot to do with the letter H, but at least it's a good story for you. Jack's poor mother sent Jack to the market to sell a cow for some money. He sold the cow for some beans. Instead, which made his mother so angry, she tossed the beans out the window. The next day, a huge beanstalk had grown up. It seemed to touch the sky. Jack climbed this stalk, and at the top he found a large castle. He had just enough time to hide before the enormous giant came in. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell blood of Englishmen, roared the giant. He looked and looked, but he couldn't find Jack, so he ate a large meal instead. Then he took a small goose from the closet and told it to go lay some golden eggs for him. You've heard all the stories, haven't you? Well, there's good old Jack and the Beanstalk. I'll just read it to you real quick. It's got nothing to do with the letter H, but it's a nice story anyway. Barney reads it, but now Daddy's reading it to you. As soon as the giant fell asleep, Jack grabbed the goose and the eggs and slid down the beanstalk. Good boy, Jack, said his mother when she saw the golden eggs. Those beans were useful after all. The next day, Jack went up the beanstalk again. This time he wasn't so lucky. He tried to steal the giant's golden harp, but the harp cried out, "Master!" The giant woke up. Jack ran for his life. The giant ran after him, but Jack slid down the beanstalk and chopped it down with an axe. The giant tumbled to the ground, and that was the end of him. As for Jack and his mother, they had so much gold they never had to worry again. That's the key, Miranda. Getting as much gold so you don't have to worry again. That's right. No, it's not. All right, we got number 4, but now let's go on to this letter. Do you know what that letter is? Look at it real good. Ice cream, icicle. It's the letter I. Do you want to read you the letter I? Sure you do. Smile for me, Miranda. Because you know I love you. And you know I'll be here as soon as I can. Just taking care of a little problem I got. Greetings, I am Count. I'm here in this book to show you the letter I. See Count Dracula? He's a little scary, huh? Ink begins with the letter I, but I bet you already knew that. there's this letter I. One poor lonely letter I. I will make another. I. There's two I's. Let me show you. Now he's got a bunch of I's. Oh no! I's everywhere. 4,221 letter I's. It's wonderful. Ha ha. Tons of I's. Well, that's not too good of a story on the letter I, is it, Miranda? Daddy could make one up for you. I love you. You love me, we're one happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Anyway, let's go along. Go ahead now. Hi, Miranda. Daddy here, back again. I just want to tell you again, Miranda, that you know I love you with all of my heart. Maybe I'm saying that too much, but I don't think I can say it enough. Because I know I haven't been around in a long time. And I know you miss me, and I miss you more than anything in the world. And very soon, I'm going to be back, and you're going to have me in your life, and you to me are the only thing that matters. So anyway, what letter is that? It's the letter J. J for jelly bean. So you got juggling the jelly beans in the jar, jelly bean jar. So, let's go ahead and read to letter J. Oh, see that? The Jelly Juggler, going out of the Sesame Street book. The Jolly Juggler. There was a Jolly Juggler who juggles every day. See, J, everything begins with J. She can juggle lots of things that begin with J. She can juggle jugs and jacks and jars of jelly too. And if your name begins with J, she'll even juggle you. See here where she's juggling all the people being silly? Because she can juggle Johnnies and Janes and Joes and Jills. Oops, there's been a mistake. Hey wait, my name's Bill. See, there's Bill. Doesn't belong there because his name doesn't begin with J. Things begin with J. John, Jim, Jill, those are names. Items are, you know, jars, jelly beans, everything else. In any case, Miranda, let's go ahead and find you another letter here. Oh, we got a Cinderella story. Maybe there's let's read a little Cinderella story here for you, okay? Cinderella was such a pretty girl that her wicked stepmother and stepsisters were jealous of her. Ooh, jealous. That begins with the letter J. They made her dress in rags and do all the housework. One night, the stepmother and her daughters went off to the princess's ball at the palace. I lost my place. Poor Cinderella cried and cried because she had to stay home alone as usual. Suddenly, a lovely lady appeared. "Don't cry," she said. "I'm your fairy godmother. I will see that you get to the ball. Just fetch me a pumpkin, 4 mice, and 2 lizards." Uh-oh. When the fairy godmother waved her wand, the pumpkin turned into a coach, the mice turned into horses, and the lizards became 2 footmen. Cinderella found herself decked in a beautiful dress and 2 glass slippers. See Cinderella here? Getting on the pretty glass slippers. Grandma has all these books, Miranda. So whenever you want, you go to Grandma's and you ask her, you know, Grandma Donahue, ask her to read these books, and she'll read them for you. Just remember, warned the godmother, you must be back by midnight. That is when the magic will end. Cinderella had such a good time dancing with the prince, she almost forgot what her godmother had told her. When the clock started to strike 12, she had to run out of the palace so fast she lost 1 slipper. But the prince had fallen in love with Cinderella. He sent his men all over the country to find the girl whose foot fit the tiny slipper. Finally, they came to Cinderella. And of course, the slipper fit. So Cinderella went off to the palace, where she married the prince to live happily ever after. Oh, jeez. We're going to do some counting games here in a little bit. But right now, we're just going through the alphabet. So let me speed it up here a little bit. Any good stories with the letter J? I don't know. What letter is that, Miranda? That is the letter K. K for king. K for kangaroo. See the kangaroo? With the little baby in his pouch? K. The pied kazur of Camille. Oh boy. This is what we're going to be reading here. Once upon a time there was a town named Camlin, and Camlin had a problem. Camlin had too many kangaroos. See all the kangaroos jumping around in the house? See, kangaroo begins with the letter K also. What letter is this, Miranda? That's right. Good girl. Camlin had kangaroos everywhere. Kangaroos in the kitchens, kangaroos in the kindergarten, kangaroos in the keyholes, uptown, downtown, and midtown. There were kangaroos, and kangaroos. The townspeople couldn't stand it, so they had a town meeting. Mayor Kincaid made a speech. Notice all the letters I'm saying that begins with K? K sounds like K. We've got too many kangaroos, and everybody cheered. Then she said, we need a plan, and everybody stopped cheering because nobody had a plan. So they all sat there thinking very hard. Then up walked a keen-eyed stranger. He was dressed from head to foot in patchwork, and under his arms he carried a long kazoo. My friends, he said, I'm the Pied Piper Kazoo, and I have the key to your kangaroo problem. See, key begins with the letter K also. Key, K. Are you kidding, said the townspeople. How can you solve your kangaroo problems by playing your kazoo? Kazoo again, the letter K. Yes, said the Pied Kazooer, smiling mysteriously, and he raised his kazoo to his lips. Instantly the air was filled with strange and enchanting music. Then something magical happened. As the Pied Piper walked along, played his kazoo, people began to follow him. And all the people in the King Street followed him. See, the king and all the people's following him. Can you see that? I don't know how good this is coming out, Miranda. It's the best I got for you right now, alright? Daddy will be back soon. It's going to be a while. In fact, all the people the whole town of Camlin followed him. They followed him out of Camlin to a kingdom far away where they never saw another kangaroo again. So, what the people did is they followed him and left the kangaroos behind in the kingdom. When the people left, the kangaroos took over the town of Camlin. They made a kangaroo town. Kangaroo town there. Alright, a little technical difficulties. We're back. In any case, what letter is that, Miranda? That's the letter L for lion. He's got some lemons. And back here, he's got some lemonade. In any case, now read the letter L. So, Miranda, did you have a good day today? You having fun? Are you going to school yet? Yeah. Good. Letter L, Miranda. Here we got good old Sesame Street Library again. Alright, Miranda. Letter L. The Legend of Lasso Lewis. Oh no, it's Lasso Lewis, the fastest lasso in the West. Yeah, not only that, her name begins with the letter L. That's right, and I'm looking for anyone and whose name begins with the letter L too. Who, Miranda, what other name begins with the letter L that you know? Larry, you know my brother? His name begins with the letter L. And that's right, and I'm going to give him the letter L. And when I find him, I'm going to give him something he ain't ever going to forget. Oh no, what could that be? Watch out! Boy, I'm glad my name doesn't begin with the letter L. The only guy here whose name's begins with the letter L is Lefty. Where's Lefty? There he is. Hey Lefty, this is Lasso person who wants to talk to you. Hold it, hombre. I understand your name begins with the letter L. Well, I've got something for you that you ain't ever gonna forget. Here's a luscious, lovely lollipop. See the lollipop right there by my finger, Miranda? Oh, thank you. Boy, is he lucky. Oh, wow, I want one. Can I have one if I change my name to Leon? No, he's Lefty. This is something that he'll never forget. Now we got a legend of Linda the Lonely. All these begin with the letter... What letter, Miranda? That's right, the letter L. Long, long ago in a lavish lodge near the village of Liverwurst lived a lonely lass called Linda and Lovely. Linda was lonely because ever since she was a little girl, she had been locked in the lodge by her wicked uncle, Lord Lugward of Liverwurst. Alas, alack, what a lousy life I live, lamented Linda. Let me loose, let me loose. But Lord Lugwood laughed loudly. Not likely, my little lamb. I still have those loads of work for you to do. Loads of work for you to do. For long hours, Linda labored in the Lord Lugwood's library, lifting lots and lots of books. Every day, Lord Lugwood would yell, Linda, you lunk, stop loafing. Where's my lunch? It is late. Linda lugged Lord Ludwig's large lunch from a ladder. Do you hear all these letters that begin with the letter L? You know what, Miranda? I'm getting tired of the letter L. But, you know what I want to get to, Miranda? What letter is that, Miranda? That's right. The letter M. I like the letter M. You know why? Because the letter M begins with Miranda. And Miranda is, I love you, Miranda. Nothing else in life matters as much as you do. This is the letter M. That's the story we're going to read. Ernie, see Ernie? Bert's Mountain. Ernie was going home to meet me here in the M story. I wonder where he is. Oh, there he is, on top of a mountain, but I can't hear what he's saying. He's saying, I still can't hear it. I'll have to climb closer to him. That's Ernie. Puff, puff, Gasp, whatever is he saying? It starts with the letter M. Ernie! What were you saying, Ernie? I climbed up all the way this because of the mountain because I couldn't hear you. Well, Bert, since the story is the M story, I was saying this is a mountain, and mountain starts with the letter M. See the mountain, Miranda? The mountain? Are you still watching, paying attention? I don't believe I climbed up all this way, and all you wanted to tell me is that the mountain starts with the letter M. No, that's not all, Bert. I was also saying another M word, too. I was saying, monster! Oh no, monster! Yes. See the monster? That's the only other thing I was saying. Bert, monster, don't come up here. There's a monster. Look out. Monster, monster, run! Monster, run! Oh no! M. Now we got... What letter is that, Miranda? That is the letter N. N. N is for newspapers. N is for nurse. N is for Nancy. N is for nickel. N is for all sorts of wonderful things. You can think of some words, Miranda, that begin with the letter N, not M. N. Napkin. You know, you'd be like, Daddy, would you get me a napkin? It's like, sure, Miranda, I'll get you a napkin. Here it is. I lost the book for N, so we're not going to be reading a story for N. Or this one. You know what that one is, don't you? Of course you do. That's the letter O, of course. See Oscar with his olive. A lot of words begin with the letter O. Right now I can't really think of any, but oasis, ocean. You've never seen the ocean yet, but I'm going to be bringing you to the ocean very soon. Once Daddy gets out of this place, I'm going to